So, couple of little Oxford die casts in here, I believe, possibly. I don't think I've got anything equally small coming. If the dog gets out of the way of the bin, and shredded paper is my least favourite packaging material because it craps everywhere. Right, okay, and they're bubble wrapped. Right, let's come back to it. So, we're back. Yep, it was what I suspected. So, they weren't a bargain. Generally they're not on eBay anyway, because obviously you factor in the cost of the postage, but there haven't been any toy fairs around recently, and if there are, box ones of these are normally £5–6, which isn't much cheaper than some of the discounted prices at £6.95 in shops. It's a Cortina Mark III, the Ford Cortina, it's not what I used to call them, and a Volkswagen Beetle, which I've been after, as obviously you probably know if you've seen my garage videos. There's one in the garage, and I also have an HO variant, so I just wanted to compare them like for like, and I've got another one possibly a little bit too big to use on the layout. So the guy had other stuff on, so I was hedging my bets that obviously I would win the other items and get a combined postage discount, so if I paid a wee bit, £1 or so more than I would have done for these, I would win on the other bits, but I didn't. I wanted a lorry off him that went over £20, and there was two of the BR trucks. Oi! Jack Russell's having an argument with a steering competition with the Husky. Yeah, there was a couple of BR trucks that, well, tops is £8 each. They went over £9 each, so 18 plus the post. And then there was something else that went even stupider. The mind boggles with what people will pay on eBay, which doesn't help the cause when you want to save money by, you know, I used to go to real auctions, and the idea is to get a bargain, not pay more than you can pay in a bloody shop. But there you are. Well, I've done it again and left the microphone on, so hopefully, yes, I can still see the little meter going. I'm amazed. It obviously doesn't use a lot of current, because the amount of times I've left the microphone switched on, because the power LED is on that side where I can't see. And I forget, I should swap over and put the camera mount on that end of the table and probably try a different angle. I've got a webcam coming, so hopefully, or new webcam. Let's get my solar isolator switch box out of the way. So we've got more Mark IIs. The air-conditioned Dapol variety, not the Airfix ones or the Lima ones. I don't think the Airfix ones were ever done in Intercity livery. Hornby had took them over by that stage, and obviously Dapol, Lima, everyone was producing one. And as you can see from these early Dapol ones, they're in the Airfix moulding, package moulding, straight out the Airfix, and obviously everything is exactly the same, just a very faint Dapol and some number scratched on it. So we bought 5 for 60 quid, £63, something like that, which Dapol ones normally go, well, I think they start at about £20, so it wasn't too bad a deal. They're no different from the Airfix ones. They are literally, Dapol bought the moulds and carried on making them. They're just easier to get hold of, because you can obviously get the second class ones easier than obviously the So that should pretty much finish off my intercity rake now. I think it's another one, I think, pretty much, unless they're bargains and too good to turn away, where I can close the door on acquisitions of Mark IIs, Mark IIIs, and some other various bits of rolling stock that I've acquired over time. Again, unless they're just too good to turn away. Because you can always find one that's in nicer nick. I have got a few repairers that I can make a good one out of or use for parts. So, that is it. So I'll just carry on and add. There's a scary shot, isn't it? Well, I look a bit washed out. Could be the lighting. The weather's not great, being England. So, look even fatter than normal. 800 subscribers has been passed, so big thanks to everyone that's joined the channel and putting up with the box opening. Obviously, long-term plans are that there'll be more than box opening. It will be building a building and a layout, so bear with us. Obviously, there's a limited range of what I can do, because even if I start building kits and things, I don't know necessarily what diorama they're going to be situated around, and then obviously if I build something I've got to store it safely, and that's not easy to do. So yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash at the minute. Things are going slower pace than I was hoping, but not surprised at. That's to do with my physical attributes. So yeah, we'll get there. We just keep chipping away at the pace at which I can, or my body will allow me to work at. So thanks for the 800, well 810 now, but you never know with YouTube, it goes up and down like a yo-yo. Every time you seem to reach a milestone, they whip the carpet away from you, and a few days later you gain again, and then lose, then gain again, and then finally you get over that hump. So I'm hoping, although I'm not chasing subscribers, but you know, if you want to subscribe, subscribe. I'm hoping that I can make 1,000 by Christmas, but if I don't, I don't. Such is life, you know. I realise that box opening only has a limited appeal, so the content probably isn't conducive to big viewing hours and figures, but yeah, you are basically joining me on, well, quite a long start of a journey, but one that will be documented literally from the stock acquisition that you've put up with since the creation of the channel. So thank you all. Cut. Well, this is a bit of a mystery one, because the return address on the label doesn't match up with anything I've got floating around eBay land. So it could be anything. It's two or something by the looks of it. Oh no, multiple. Ah! This is Anglo-American Model Railways, a shop. I purchased a 4-car spline wagon set with trailers, a Miller Engineering animated neon sign kit, an Arizona and California 48-foot Husky Stackwell car with 2 containers, and a England van trailer. If that means nothing to most of you, that's because it's all American. Stay tuned, I will enlighten you. Or you'll disappear because it's all American. This feels quite weighty, so it might be a Walters one. Or they've weighted the containers. Oh no, this is the part of the spine car set. So that's a spine car. Basically it is a very thin wagon, as we'd call them, specifically designed to put a trailer on. And a bit like some of the intermodals, they share a bogie truck for the next one along. And the trailer on here, I don't know, it's nondescript, they've got a stock number on it, NSZ, so that will be Norfolk and Southern. I know the other ones are Norfolk and Southern. Triple Crown, oh that's a made up one with a rather crap decal on that side, but a bit more weathering will help that one, I say. So that's two of them, and they are metal chassis, not plastic. I think I've got a Conrail one, which is done in like a reddish brown, and they are kit version plastic. I think they're metal. So that's a front or the rear car with the coupling hook and the brake. Mobile there, I just nipped it with my finger. I think it's the deck just wants a dab of glue. And another one. It's got a container, they've got containers on them and not trailers, but they can use them for both. So that's part one. That cost me £29. The Miller Engineering Neon kit is this. They don't make this one anymore, but I did go on his website. Unfortunately they don't sell them in the UK. They're not expensive for what they are. The bigger signs are about $54, but obviously getting them over here they're going to cost a lot more. So it's like we got all the kit. That's the module that plugs in. Oh yeah. So there's the little bit. It's actually like a phosphorant photoluminescent material laminated on each layer. This isn't a particularly intricate sign, but there are some really good ones he does. There's some nice Looney Tunes ones that look really good with the colours from the cartoons. So that plugs into that little lead. You can run it off a battery or you can buy a power supply. And basically I've got the choice of sticking on over that white area one of these, and that will do. I think the modules are the same for all the signs, so there's 46 patterns that are produced a light sequence. Obviously some of them wouldn't be relevant for the, so basically you choose the most appropriate thing. So that'll probably, what that will do is light up the arrow and then light up the sign to show you where you gotta go. That caught my eye for the electronic-y side. Anything like that interests me. So this must be our double stack, which feels like probably a kit one. It's, yeah, plastic. There's not a Walters one. And it's stuck in a freezer bag. So we're back after unsticking the containers. They've got some kind of, I don't know, it's like blue tack, but it's really gummy and sticky. So I took that off just to see if there was weights in the floor, because some of these kit ones you get a strip of metal to put in a container to do. So we've got a 48 footer with 53 on top. That was stuck with this gummy stuff. So I've just removed that. I have noticed there's the brake wheel's missing off that end. I can't check back on the pictures anyway. And also in the other pack I've just unwrapped, that's the CR England trailer kit, which I think was £5.95. So I've seen them on eBay and they're £10–12. Was the fifth car on the spine set, which has got the eye missing off the end. because I always thought they should have a wheel truck on each one, and then the other one sits on the next one, so it's got a wheel set snapped off, so it's not a complete thing. And I don't think there was any mention of it being damaged. Okay, we're back. So, a little investigation. The advert said 4 impacts buying cars with loads. Now these sets come in 5, like some of the intermodal wagons that link together. They're 1 unit as 5. This was, well, basically originally part of it that's been broken, probably how he got it purchased in. Because I did find this tiny little bit in the box, which is off the bottom here where the lugs, I presume, go for the locking for a container or a trailer. So looks like I need a wheel truck, and somehow fabricate a little eyelet for the wheel truck to sit on with a pin above it so that I can make it work. I'm not sure, but I think I might have 2 odd ones of these that I picked up, you know, in bits and pieces. So all might not be lost. We've either got a 4-car set, or we can repair it, or find another piece. So it smells a bit perfumey. Tank cars. One of the few things left on my hit list are coil cars. This is for the American stuff. Coil cars and tank cars, the bigger tank cars. I've got the little 15,000 gallon ones. I did find these. Cost me £40 worth of postage, which is about, you know, £20 each. Is not out of the way. The Hornby ones are making that, and they're not as detailed as these. These are LPG ones. One even has a little bit of, well, they both do. They're weathered and got some graffiti on them, and you can see there. So we managed to pick them up. There are a few more on there, but they're not cheap, and I'm cheap. So that is it for the minute. There is some other stuff coming via courier, but I don't know whether it will be here today. It's took me 2 weeks to wait for a switch for my solar panel system, which is now up and running. But you'll probably have seen the update on and off tracks thing. So that's it for now.